Hi guys, it's me, Kathy, Mrs. Handy Are You? Hope everybody's doing really good. I really mean it. And I hope you're having a beautiful summer. I know it's not officially summer yet, but it feels like summer. And we've had the most beautiful weather. We'll get rain, kind of heavy rain, and then it'll clear off and be beautiful and not humid at all. And oh, it's just beautiful. It reminds me of when I was a little kid, which was a long time ago. So, yeah, I wonder if the good guys are showing us what things are supposed to be like. Like, I, it could be. I wonder, because my camera is all screwed up. Sorry. So I'm always talking about, like, when I was little, I grew up in Maine, and we only had humidity for about 2 weeks in August, and that was it. And the rest of the summer was just clear and beautiful. Now I live barely across the border from Maine. I'm in New Hampshire. I mean, I could walk in 5 minutes and I would be in Maine. But still, I wonder if what do you think? Do you put it in the comments? Do you think that that's what's going on? Tell me what your weather is like. I wonder, are you having like extra nice weather? Comparing to what is normal for you? Is it more pleasant in any way? And I wonder I mean, this is weird to think about, but I wonder what hurricane season will be like. Like, will it be less hurricanes or, tornadoes, whatever? Um, just a thought, I'm not sure. So anyway, so I know I've already talked to you about my thoughts on, sorry about all the noise. And this microphone was working really good, right? This big honking stupid microphone. And now I it's the same one I was using. And now it sounds fuzzy. So I've tested it and changed it and changed it. So I don't know what's going on. I'm sorry it's fuzzy. I'm sure it sounds fuzzy right now. So I'm really sorry. Mr. Handy helped me, everything. Anyway, so I think Melania is Princess Diana, right? You know that from a previous video, about 3 ago, maybe? Something like that. And I had a lot of coding that supported it, and I just did a little bit more. So I did Melania is Princess Diana in Gematrix.org, and that is, I always forget, A equals 1, I'm doing Bible coding, that's Gematria, or Gematria, and A equals 1 in the code through Z is 26. So it's a very simple code, that's why it's called Simple Gematria, and I use Gematrix.org, it's with a G. So just take your word or your phrase or all the capitals from a paragraph, something like that, or a headline, put it in Gematrix.org, and then when you come up with all the matches to your query, then you choose Simple Gematria, which is the third choice. There's Jewish, English, and Simple. And so you hit Simple, and then all the matches will come up for what you're looking for. And then you just figure out what hits your spirit and what seems appropriate to you. And sometimes it's part of the match. It's not like you can't expect the whole phrase that pops up to match. So sometimes you're looking at it and you go, oh, this part of it is what I'm thinking of. So anyway, Melania is Princess Diana is 215. And 215 equals, can you find the secret? The absolute truth. London Underground. Okay, so kind of a double reference there to underground things going on and London for Princess Diana. Then we have Buckingham Palace exposed. So that matches 215. Melania is Princess Diana. Then we have a yucky one. Horrible child Sacriffice. And you know what I've been talking about, that happened in the Garden of Eden. And I don't think they were the only ones. I think there was, twins going on and sisters and brothers and all kinds of stuff. Woman and the serpent. And that's what he talked her into. Let's see. Donald Christ Trump. I had planned this long ago. It was planned forever ago. Like, think forever. Like, beyond what we know of as time. It was planned. And then, do you remember President Trump left this, he left a letter. Well, as each president leaves, they leave a letter on the desk. That's the tradition for the next president coming in. And all it said was, "Joe, I won." And I think that's just funny. So that matches. Melania is Princess Diana. And I'm pretty sure he knew that what he wrote matches that. I'm pretty sure. Let's see. It's also, 215 is also obvious connection. So I think we're on the right track, you guys. I really do. And there's no CBK. There's no Carolyn Bessette Kennedy. That's what I'm getting. There was never a Carolyn Bessette Kennedy, a CBK. And she was Diana, all with the wig and all that stuff. And people can look like anybody they want. So, or maybe she just grew her hair. I don't know. I'm not sure about timing for when she had the short hair. What if she had a wig on when she was Princess Diana in the later years? And really had long hair tucked up under there. I mean, there's all kinds of possibilities for how they pull this off. But they knew what was going to happen. So, sorry about the paper noise. I am the loudest, most annoying person on YouTube, I'm sure. Melania is Princess Di, D-I. When you think about the phrase the name, I should say, Princess Di, she did, right? Princess Di. I think that this was so planned, down to names. Melania is Princess Di is 199, and it equals another President Trump phrase. So every time he has a phrase that he repeats, it means so much more than what he's saying. And I think most of you know that. Read the transcript. Remember when he was going on about the president of Ukraine way back? And he's like, read the transcript. I did nothing wrong to the press and everything. And then they impeached him and they tried to. It didn't get completed. That's what happened. They did it twice. So, read the transcript. Melania is Princess Di. Okay. Ray K, Ray Edward Kocha, Koceja. Ray K, Pearl Harbor Day. I don't know. I mean, that just pops up too much for nothing to be going on Pearl Harbor Day. Like nothing? It can't be. And maybe not this year, maybe another year. Dark to light, another favorite ANON phrase, our 17th letter. So Melania's Princess Di is one that at some point people are going to be asking these types of questions. You know that. They knew that. And dark to light was chosen for, a ton of reasons. It means lots and lots and lots of things. But it also means Melania is Princess Di. Let's see. What's her story? Yeah, we'll find out. The truth can be harsh. It's a Wonderful Life. One of my favorite movies, maybe yours. Christmas time movie. Loch Ness Monster. It's I'm not saying it properly. LOCH N-E-S-S, monster. And that's like the beast, only I think it's going to have horns, and there's a reason for that. I won't get into it now. Jesus killed himself, matches. And he and Eve, Mary, all that, took a poison to look dead. And I've had that decoded a while ago. I escape wrath to come. Let's see, I don't know about that, but be everywhere at once. And the reason I thought that was interesting, it's not really because of Melania as Princess Di, but just reading some of these things, it really makes you think when you see some of the matches. I keep wondering, like, will Jesus, John, the two Johns, be in everybody's home in 3D, like a hologram? That's just been in the back of my mind, that he'll be speaking to everybody in every language. That's kind of what I'm thinking, and that's what I'm thinking it would be. Sorry, I hit my desk. Let's see, then I went into Melania and President Trump and a few details about, people's height and things like that. So let's see. So with President Trump, most articles say he's 6'3", that he's a teetotaler, which that would be a good one to decode. Somebody should write that in the comments. Teetotaler. That'd be a good one. Let's see. So he married Melania in 2005. Baron was born the next year. Or was she really Melania, right? And in the description, in a couple of articles online, it would say that he seemed embarrassed, kind of. I don't know if that's the right word. Sheepish, something like that. I don't have the right word, but, kind of like, was it uncomfortable? Like it was an over-the-top wedding. And he's probably thinking, I'm not really getting married. This is John's wife. And it's just, was he acting like that because it was a little bit awkward? Anyway, and I was also thinking that Dr. Ronnie Johnson, who wasn't he running for Senate, and he's won the preliminaries runoff. Anyway, he was the White House doctor, and he could have messed around with numbers and things like things about President Trump, because other people are playing, like, well, we'll get into who I think is playing Potus too eventually, but there's different heights involved, and there's camera tricks, and there's things you can do with bending a knee and looking shorter and taller. So I don't know. Dr. Ronnie could have messed around with numbers for him. I don't know about, he probably wouldn't have done Melania, but maybe he does. Maybe they do. Yeah, they probably do the whole staff, right? Everybody. Well, not that she's staff, but yeah. I never thought about that. Let's see, let's see. Oh, she had a timepiece and jewelry line, and that was interesting. That was really interesting. And it was called Complex 6. I think that was the skincare line. I'm not sure. And Complex 6 made me think of the 3 women and the 3 men, male gods, that I've been talking about. Let's see. Yeah, she was born in Slovenia, Yugoslavia, which I think it's Yugoslavia now. Article says she's 5'11", but then you can look at another article and she's like 5'9.5". So that's quite a range. I'm a tall person, and 9 to 11, when you're tall, it really does make a difference. Yeah. So I don't know. It was just a thought about looking different, changing your height. Yeah, everybody said, I can't remember how tall Princess Diana was right now. I didn't have it written down, and but it could just be all messed around with. And sometimes you see Melania in these spiky high shoes, and maybe that's because Princess Diana was shorter. I can't remember. I really can't remember. I'm sorry. Okay. Let's see. Oh, no, we're not going to get into all that. Okay. So maybe I've already gotten through all this. Oh, no, there was more. Sorry. She was supposedly born in Mesto. I won't say it right. Novomesto. And that equals 138. Guess what that equals? Donald Trump. I mean, it equals, let's see, Savior, but it's the UK spelling. So we have another UK reference. S-A-V, the Savior, S-A-V-I-O-U-R. And we only have, we don't have the U. Jesus unit, because they're all together, they're all one. The angel's rock. Identification, like ID this person, identification. Divine feminine. We're always talking about the divine feminine coming back in a big way right now. Divine feminine equals where she's from, Nova Mesto. First woman, singular, first woman, equals where she's from. It's happening, President Trump says that. Queen of Heaven, so another royal reference. Then we have, let's see, switch out. Okay, switch out, like switching out somebody. I'm replacing someone. Switch out. I am God's secret. In plain sight matches. Then we have misdirection. And Potus's phrase, shifty shift. So all these things match. So when he says shifty shift, he's talking about where she's from. He's saying his name. He's saying divine feminine, all that. It also equals the Kennedy Code. Feminizing God. So I think that's a big deal. Oh, white crown. So we get crown in there. Thor's hammer. Like, is she going to be the hammer? She's also, I'm sure Diana, I mean, I always used to say Melania is in on all the justice, the justice that's going on and dishing it out and everything, and physically, not just paper-wise, papers, physically. And now I'm thinking, okay, it's Diana who's doing it, which is hard to believe, but it's true. I really believe it's true. Comedy Central, like it's a joke. And let's see, Family First. Wasn't that no, that wasn't a Vincent Kennedy saying, was it? I can't remember that. Keep America Great. So when he says keep America great, he's saying all these other things. 222, so it's like three twins to me, kind of. So that's interesting. And the phrase we're always saying, oh, just saying. Well, that matches Donald Trump and divine feminine and all this. I think that's really fun to think of it that way. So she was supposedly born as Melania. I'm not going to say it right. Melania. There's a J. Melania, K-N-A-U-S. And it's 132. Now go back and look at pictures of Melania when they first started dating. There's a picture of Donald Trump and Melania. Maybe there was a real Melania ages ago. I mean, maybe she was an actress standing in as a Melania. Who knows? And that even if there was plastic surgery, that woman would not look like Melania. I just don't see that that's possible. So Melania, K-N-A-U-S, 132. JFK Jr. is alive. What are the odds, right? Her name equals the Most High. No coincidences. And the Lady Mary. Okay, so that's her maiden name. matches the Lady Mary and no coincidences. So, I mean, case closed on at least that part, but I still think she's also Princess Diana, or just say Diana. Oh, oh my gosh, I had a space in here, so I didn't see the rest. So 132, also, excuse me, sorry, I'm losing my voice. Let's see if that worked, I don't know. Wow, sorry, let's see. So 132 also equals, you got it, and 666. So that's another one. Twins of God, Pink Panther, and on the Kluso channel, they show people that you think, if you might be new and you don't know what the Kluso channel is, it's CLOUSS, 2 S's like a twin, EAU, because the Inspector Kluso movies, they have 1 S, so you have to put 2 in. And it's a YouTube channel, and it shows people who you think were gone. You can see Jackie there, you can see Elvis, all kinds of people. I think there's 11 videos, and they're so exciting. So I was at a rally that became a Kluso video, so that was really fun. It was in New Hampshire. Let's see. Sorry. Oh, Pink Panther. That's why I was rambling about Kluso channel. So Pink Panther matches her maiden name. And it's a royal wedding matches her maiden name. And what did I just say about the way he acted at the wedding? Donald Trump acted. It's a royal wedding. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll take it back. Oh, you guys are going to think I'm an idiot. Well, I am. It's a royal wedding was a quote. It's not a match. It's a quote, and I had it lined up with my matches. So it's a royal wedding is a match. A quote from Don King, who's a wrestling or boxing announcer. He's got the crazy hair. But think about that name too, Don King, and he was the one they quoted in the article about the wedding. And yeah, Donald King, Donald. Anyway, he said it's a royal wedding. It's something out of monarchy. It's something like, King Henry or King Edward. They've got so many kings. It really doesn't matter. And that was the quote. So. And they could have quoted anybody in this, well, at the time it was probably a newspaper article. They could have quoted anybody. So many people were there to interview and talk to, and they quoted Don King talking about what his opinion was, that it was like a royal wedding in Kings. Let's see. So, oh, there was a pen, okay, this is going back into a little bit about Nancy Drew. It's not a whole lot, but the author of the Nancy Drew book series, if you're a girl or a woman or whatever, you probably know who it is, but well, maybe you don't. It's Carolyn Keene, like Keene Carolyn, like a really awesome Carolyn. But it's a CK, kind of like Carolyn Bissett Kennedy, Carolyn Kennedy, CK. And so that was the pen name. And when you think about pen, like I said, I think in my last video, I don't remember when I said it. Maybe I just said it now, I don't know. Pen is 30, and Joe is 30, so pen name. Yeah. So, this pertains to Nancy Drew, DC, and all the things I talked about last time when I was telling you that Nancy Drew could be Diana also. Anyway, so I ended up decoding everything about the Nancy Drew author, and it was Mildred Wirt Benson, W-I-R-T Benson, And I just saw her date of birth, and her date of birth was 7/10/1905. And if you write out 7/10/1905, you've got 7 and 10 is 17, and then you've got the 5 for like comms. Anytime you see 17, it's really a big deal. And date of death was 5/28/2002, and that's you take 5 plus 2 plus 8 plus 2, and you've got 17 again. So, I mean, I didn't do the first two, just like I didn't use the 19. So, she's born Mildred Augustine, and she wrote, this is so interesting, it really hit me. She wrote 23 of the original Nancy Drew stories. But during the Depression, Walter Kehrig, now I didn't do his name, I don't think, K-A-R-I-G, temporarily wrote 3 as Carolyn Keene. And immediately I thought, well, think mirror. And I thought, okay, so is Carolyn, who is really Diana, playing a man as well? Like, I think she's also Nancy Drew, but could she be playing a man? So, what do you think? I don't know. Anything's possible. Carolyn Keene, K-E-E-N-E, is 128, and that equals be yourself. Like, be yourself. Stop being undercover. And just kidding. Code system. Great Scott. And that's something Sherlock Holmes says a lot. And the Almighty. And Holy Sophia. I keep going and. So then I did Mildred Augustine. That was her maiden name. It's 182. And it equals a master messenger, like Diana, hidden in plain sight, blonde hair, blue eyes. Diana, you must be blind for not seeing it, right? That matches. You must be blind. Mirror, mirror. And I had just, as I was writing all that down, I was going, oh, well, think mirror. And then in this one, it says, mirror, mirror. Judgment of all sin matches, which is like what they did wrong back in the garden and everything. Thunderstruck, like the storm, and beast out of the sea matches her maiden name. So, anyway, moving on. I'm not going to read all of this, but I have some notes from the Greenwood, Nebraska Trump rally, and I think it wasn't President Trump, and most of you guys know that there's somebody who's been acting as President Trump. Now, I always thought it was probably Junior, you know, I call my hair is driving me crazy, sorry, like I think of him as R. Jr. because he's Joseph Patrick Kennedy Jr., and he became JFK Jr., so I just look at him as our Jr. So he could be, he definitely could be one of the Potus 2s, right? Or could he be Potus 3, whatever you want to call it. But when he's Potus 2, when there's somebody playing another different President Trump, there's no tie, and he wears a Trump hat, a red one, pulled down here. So when I first saw it, I thought, oh, he's going casual. I don't think that's what it is. Let's see, what parts should I give you? He mentioned the Attorney General, and I think it was a reference to Bobby Kennedy, because he was JFK's brother was Attorney General when John was president. Let's see, he mentioned J.D. Mandel, and that's like John and Donald, J and D. You're beating Joe Biden. That's interesting phrasing. J.D. Vance. So he mentioned another J.D. right after. So is he talking about twins? That could be why it was mentioned twice. And then 4 times in a row, Trumpism without Trump. I mean, 4 times in a row. That's a lot. And at that time when I wrote all this down, I thought, oh, it's Junior. This is so funny. But now I think it's probably Diana. And I love the people and they love me. Remember how much Diana was loved? Yeah, Queen of Hearts and all. Yeah, I wonder what Queen of Hearts is. Oh, somebody decode that. Ah, I can't do everything. I can't do everything. Do Queen of Hearts. That was her nickname. Let's see. And he said, whoever this was, like Diana, whatever, David was there since the beginning. And he said, oh, I almost said before the beginning. Like God, right? He said, look at those beautiful fields of corn. Corn is 50 and it equals Donald, Fusca, Selma, where we, Selma, North Carolina, where we saw Martin Luther King again. I am a god. And hi, Diane matches. That's the key one. Hi, Diane. Oh my gosh. Hi, Diane. I love you. Oh my gosh. And Juan with Jennifer Mack, he had been a guest with her several times, Jennifer Mack, and if you haven't listened to those, make sure you do because he's full of great things he tells us. I think the older ones have more information pertaining to now than the new ones do. So when he was on with Jennifer Mack, she made all these corn memes about corn, and they're really cute. I'm sure you can find them. He mentioned you have to have courage, like when the beast comes along, yeah. And he did a Trumpology, and it was, he said, shuffled their shoulders. I'm sorry, shuffled their, not shoulders, shoulders. It's hard to get these. Shuffled their shoulders. And he had, remember, Juan had just said Baron was shuffling. And I think I already went through all that. So Baron was shuffling. That was the last video. So I mean, I could be wrong 100%, and it could have been not Diana. It could have been Juan. So I mean, you could look at it both ways. But from other stuff that I got, I kind of am leaning more towards Diana for that, because wouldn't that? I mean, you talk about flooring people. I mean, and at first they wouldn't even believe, right? They wouldn't even believe it. And they'd have to see proof. They'd have to see, say her getting the costume on, the mask, the whole thing, the padding. It would have to take something, it would take something like that, because they'd be like, yeah, I don't think so. Like, she's not heavy like that. She doesn't walk like that. She doesn't this. She doesn't sound like that. These people can sound like anything they want. Anything. And that's why Greg Wagland with the perfect British accent, he's either JFK or Jr. I mean, I keep saying he's JFK, but I mean, I could be wrong. It could be Jr. It could be both. Yeah, he does the Sherlock Holmes audiobooks. So listen to those, because listen to A Study in Scarlet that he does. Oh my goodness, it's quite long, but why didn't I listen to that in the beginning? Like, it gave so much information, so much information. It was ridiculous, and it was so obvious. That audiobook was so obvious, and it's the first audiobook. And then it goes from, like out west in Utah, the plot is out west in Utah, and you think, well, this isn't, oh wait, no, I'm sorry, it starts in England, excuse me, and then it goes out west in Utah, and then it ends in England. So it's almost like there's separate stories going on, and that's partly why it's so long. But give it a chance and listen to it. And you don't need to write down notes. Just listen to it, and you'll get all kinds of things. Okay, sorry, I got off track. see. Oh, and corn equals 50, lead man, and I am JFK. Well, it could be wrong, you know. Hi, Diane could have just been thrown in there for, yeah, Diana is around, and, you know, I don't know. Whatever. Let's see. Did I give up a lot? He said that twice. Let's see. He mentioned Alphonse Capone, which I already worked on that last video. He said John McLaughlin, and he said it the Scottish way, not the Irish way. Now, most of you guys wouldn't know that, but my maiden name was McLaughlin, and it's M-A-C, capital L-A-C-H-L-A-N. So if you see that name, you pronounce it's Scottish. So you say McLaughlin, and L-A-C-H is lake. So it means son of the man who lives by the lake. Mac is son of. So, but he pronounced it the Scottish way. Now, when I looked up the name, John McLaughlin, the pollster that he was talking about, it's not spelled the Scottish way. So it's funny because most people will go McLaughlin when it's spelled McLaughlin. They'll say McLaughlin with like an F in there. And so the pollster's name that he shouted out was really the Irish way, but he said it the Scottish way. And he said it and the guy's name is John. And my uncle was John McLaughlin, if you say it the Scottish way. So I felt like it was for me, just because he said it that way. Because I don't think that this man John pronounces his name like that. I find it hard to believe because it's got the GH in the middle. It wouldn't sound like McLaughlin. So anyway, so I felt like it's for me. And then right after that he said, good names. I see a lot of good people. Because he sees all of us, everybody, and he knows what you're thinking and talking about and doing. So I see a lot of good people. So, and then he said John Durham is putting out a lot of powerful stuff lately. And that's got to be Junior. Gosh, it could be Diana. I never thought about that. I do think she's playing a man somewhere. Okay, so... Oh, and he said 200, and then he corrected it to 2000. So and he goes 200, 2000, just like that. And Greg Wagland has a story about the Huns coming in. So that felt like it was on purpose too. And that was Junior. So here I am talking myself into that it was Junior. Anyway, what else can I tell you? He said, good luck, Steve, whoever the hell you are. I want to make her happy. Stand up, wife. I wanted to make her stop crying. Now she's happy as hell. I know that's a weird bunch of phrases to say, but that's it word for word. That's what was said. And to me, that's a reference to Eve, Diana, whoever is meeting the beast. Junior. And then he said 17 people running in the Republican race. One by one, they just drop like dominoes. So, I thought that was cool. Let's see. I think I'm about done. Well, a little bit more. Now that's it. It's getting kind of in the weeds. You guys don't want to be in the weeds. At least I don't think you want to be in the weeds. Okay. I'm back on Princess Diana Potus 2 questioning. That's where this is. So like what was it? Yeah, it was yesterday or so, I had a decode that made me think she's playing a man. And so I tried Potus 2, TWO, is Diana Potus 2? And that equals 206. It equals best president ever, which is a famous line that President Trump has used before. Unmask our children. I mean, that's for now, but it's also, think about God's children walking around and being different personalities, right? Unmask our children. It's more than true matches is Diana Potus 2. And of course, you just flip the words around and you know that, and just say Diana is Potus 2. It's the exact same thing. It's more than true. Information warfare, holy daughter and wife. So she would be the top gods, if you want to say it that way, daughter, and the wife of the other god, Jesus. That's the way I look at that. Holy daughter and wife. The shocking truth matches that. Is Diana Potus 2? The shocking truth. Difficult to explain. The 10 Commandments, like do not kill. Okay, maybe you guys have seen this in matches before. It's under 206, but oh my gosh, this cracks me up every time I read it. Every time. So God wants hot wife back. You know that Junior or somebody put that in there. Like that's what's going on with some of these things. That's just so funny. God wants hot wife back because hot wife is pretending to be Melania in the way, or was, in Mar-a-Lago. How about this? Is Diana Potus 2? You are me and I am you. Happy birthday to me, which is so funny that matches, because today, well, it won't be the day you see this, but the day I'm recording it is President Trump's public birthday. His real birthday is different, but this is Flag Day, and it's the day that it's all written down to be his birthday. And from what I understand, which could be wrong, obviously, that it's the date that he was adopted by General Patton is Flag Day, 6/14. But anyway, happy birthday to me. Just was funny. Let's see. In my Father's house. Well, that's part of the Bible, and it's in my Father's house there are many mansions, right? Mansion. Oh, that's too funny. Mar-a-Lago. In my Father's house. Like, that's where I am. I'm Diana. I'm down in my Father's house. Walking Holy Ghost. Gifted a heavenly queen. Like President Trump was like given a heavenly queen to be alongside of him, even though they're not the ones married. You will find out. And his TV show, Celebrity Apprentice matches. So is Diana Potus 2? I think probably, because it matches Celebrity Apprentice, and he knows what everything matches. He knows that. And they know that we're going to say it's Diana Potus 2. Maybe sometimes she's Potus 2, maybe Junior's Potus 2 other times. I don't know. The wife of God wisdom. The power of humor matches. And God's wonderful wife matches is Diana Potus 2. So we got wife in there. And strawberry moon matches in the same day that, which today, like I said, today is Flag Day, 6/14. And in the morning was the end of the strawberry moon. I never heard of that, but Jr. or Juan has talked about someone who could only say strawberry or strawberries when they had something wrong, like an embolism, stroke kind of thing. And he brought up they could only say strawberry when they were recuperating, and they'd get mad. So they focus on trying to do something. All they could say was strawberry. So strawberry moon also kind of makes me think of that. Let's see. Oh, this is a yucky one to end with. Why did I do this? Maybe I won't do it. Well, okay, I guess I will. I'll be really happy at the end though, okay? Did Diana and Jackie EATCHILDREN, okay? 203. And you can take the 0 out, and you can reverse the 2, 3 to 32. 32 is Eve, and I think there were more than one. So there's more than one Jesus, more than one Eve. Okay, so I'm not going to say it again, but that's 203. It equals exploring adrenaline. And I don't have things like this come up often at all. And I grew up in sadness. Holy royal couple. Donald Trump wins. And he knows what this all matches. Donald Trump wins. Protect the children. Matches what I just said. Remember Judgment Day. Forgive yourself. Are you happy now? Like afterwards, after the whole thing, the beast going up, getting healed, coming back. Apocalypse means change. So all those matched. I don't know if I want to do all these. Jackie and Diana, past tense, with an A-T-E. Same word. 186. It equals vote, 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 which President Trump said all the time before the last election. He said, get out and vote, vote, vote. What are you doing? Matches. Hit the nail on the head. Numbers do not lie. The Day of Atonement. The veil is lifting. The world is a stage. The triple goddess. Current truth. Also makes me think of water as a current. Tippy-top shape. And President Trump said that with the Easter Bunny. Who knows who was in there? Junior, Diana? I thought it was just Junior, but could have been Diana. So it was you can find that video where he's waving from the balcony, and the real Pences were on the balcony with him, and the Easter Bunny. And he said tippy-top shape because an Anon supposedly asked him to say it. I need some more water, sorry. Okay. Oh my gosh. I don't know what's with me sometimes. I do these late at night a lot of times, and my mind just goes, woof. So I put in, did both Eves, E-A-T, A, and then a B, and then an E, and then an L. It's 159. And that equals, you had twins. You had twins. Cain and Abel, you had, past tense, twins. Return to Eden. So Eden comes in. I know nothing. Like, I don't know. I know nothing. I don't know what happened. I don't know. Let's see. Stay indoors. Like, stay safe from, you know. People missing or missing people. Forever cursed. Flesh of my flesh. Okay. That's not a coincidence that flesh of my flesh and you had twins matches. Truth revealed matches about Abel. JFK Jr. spelled out Junior is that 17th letter matches. Puppy Show, which was in our favorite Anon postings. Puppy Show. I think it was in there more than once. Then we have Diana. Diana, moon goddess. So, Diana's in there. Houndstooth. Remember Melania when she was receiving the White House Christmas tree? I don't remember what year. Maybe it was the last year. She was wearing a houndstooth coat or a shawl. It was something, yeah, I don't think it was a coat. It was like more like a wrap thing, a shawl. And houndstooth, it's a certain kind of fabric, like a check, but it's a check with a little kind of thing poking up like a tooth. Anyway, houndstooth. And that equals John Kennedy and under the law. So that is interesting, isn't it? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I said that wrong. I'll take it back. So forever cursed is 159. Houndstooth is separate. Yeah. And John, that's when Melania was wearing the coat. So I'm sorry, Houndstooth didn't match all that, but Diana Moon Goddess does, and all the others. Time to wake up matches, like wake up to the truth. So John Kennedy is 131, and under the law is 131. And you know, I'm always saying lately about we're not under the grace of God, we're under the law, and we don't even know it. And that's just my opinion. And that will happen until they're judged, and then we're under grace. You know, they'll be judged after the event that happens with the feast and everything. So wasn't that a happy way to end? Holy moly. Yeah. Do I have anything better? Oh, I tried another one about eating. Did Eve, that word, Abel, and that's 95. It equals the Magdalene, like Mary, Saint Eve, that matches, moral law, promise, Amber Alert, and I don't know if you know, but Amber Alerts are almost always a parent, I should say, taking the child. I mean, statistically, I guess that's what Amber Alerts are. So it would be a parent. EATING in this case, in this question. Discover matches that question. Spouse matches. Pregnant matches. Birth and along with death in the same phrase. Supper, eating meat, victims, disaster, Loch Ness for the monster, the beast, and then evil beast, hell's angel, going to hell, going back up again, have no fear matches, and recovered matches. So I guess it got a little happier at the end, just a wee bit. Just a little wee bit. So, anyway, catch my breath, and really wish I'd put that in a different order. I probably have all kinds of people dropping right now, like, okay, she's over the top. I'm not listening to this woman. But I don't think they're coincidences, and I don't think the numbers lie. So, yeah. Anyway, take care of each other, and boost each other up in the comments. You know, if somebody sounds lonely, please comment and talk to them, because we have that happen sometimes. And maybe even after you leave a comment, go back and look at them again, because that's when some other people are leaving comments, and late at night you never know what somebody's going to say. It's just, sometimes it's heartbreaking, you know. So I try to answer, obviously, but if you guys would do it, I think it would be great. So anyway, don't forget I'm on Telegram, Real Mrs. Handy RU, and I have Mrs. Handy RU Chit Chat, where you can post things and talk to each other. And anyway, and you can donate if you'd like to help us with our medical bills. They're always horrible. Or with vet bills, or whatever. I know everybody's in a difficult place, but even $1 is a big deal. Believe me, if everybody donated $1, I'd be in great shape. So I don't care how much it is. If it's 50 cents, I really don't care. And I don't think badly of anybody. So I have, I try to put the links in. Sometimes I forget, but it's I'm under Buy Me a Coffee and Patreon and PayPal and all that stuff. And and there's a join feature on, yeah, on top of the channel. So you probably see that right at the bottom, top. You know what I mean. Before you see the description, it says join, and I'll do some special things for people who join. And it's, if you push the join button or join feature, you'll see what it is, and I might change it. I don't know. I think, you know, I can change things. So, but if somebody does it, yell out to me and tell me, because I really want to thank you and I appreciate it. Anything that you guys do. So I love you guys, and it's embarrassing to ask for donations, so I will go. Take care. Bye.